Tell me if you have ever experienced this scenario before. It's 5 o'clock and you're just finishing up a stressful day at work. Your mind is set on making some progress on that new game you've been eager to play. However, before you can dive into the game, you have to pick up your kids from daycare or their after-school program. Prepare a meal for them, or cook one. Assist them with their homework and chores. Take care of your own responsibilities. And ensure they have a reasonable bedtime because, as a responsible parent, that's important to you. After fulfilling all of your crucial obligations, you find yourself craving an unhealthy snack or perhaps an adult beverage. Well, now it's too late to make significant progress in your game, but you still want to indulge in your favorite hobby, gaming. As a result, you end up mindlessly scrolling through your backlog of games, maybe end up on your phone, or even worse, get engrossed in reading or watching unrelated content like this. Rest assured, you're not alone. You see, finding a balance between being a parent and indulging in the hobby of playing video games presents unique challenges for each individual. It is important to acknowledge that there is no one-size-fits-all solution for every parent. The specific nature of the struggle varies greatly from person to person. And I want to clarify that I'm not an expert, and this does not claim to have all the answers on how to balance parenting and gaming, but instead, through this video, I hope to provide some insight that may help you based on your unique circumstances at home. And I guess we can start by discussing some of these struggles. And by struggles, I mean the challenges that both are internal and external that may hinder parents from enjoying gaming. And while I won't provide an exhaustive list, I will share some of my own personal struggles that have resonated with me and my fellow dad friends. I'll also suggest potential ways to overcome these struggles, and they might not work out for anyone. So starting in at number 1, is that unproductive/guilt feeling. And that's one of the common struggles, is just feeling unproductive or guilty. Now, do you ever feel like you make a little bit of progress on that game, and then by playing that game, it makes you feel like you're neglecting something or someone? Well, balancing video games with parenting responsibilities is challenging, like we've stated before. And you want to set a good example by effectively managing your hobbies and obligations, but you often feel overwhelmed with the multitude of tasks that need to be done before you can even have a few minutes to yourself. Additionally, if applicable to your situation, you may have a significant other that expects your attention as well. And this feeling of, I could have been doing something more productive is not uncommon. In fact, I'm in this boat most of the time. So what can you do in this situation? Well, try these. Try including your kids in gaming. Sure, you're not making progress towards the game that you wanted back at 2 o'clock when Sarah was driving you crazy in the office. Sorry, Sarah. But at least you're getting some gaming in, and also teaching your little ones the basic in and outs. You can also look at this as an investment in the long run, as they will look back at the memories created and also play on their own time as they continue to grow. Hey, you'll probably have a co-op partner that's better than you at building Fortnite or whatever you guys end up playing here in 5 to 10 years. Another one you could possibly try is cut and split unnecessary responsibilities. And you see, this one can be tricky. No, I don't mean cut the kids out of your life. No, scratch that, be good. What I mean is that sometimes as humans, we overextend ourselves, and you may be just falling into that trap. Take a moment, reflect, and see if there's something that you could potentially cut back on. Or maybe eliminate a responsibility, maybe cut a responsibility with your significant other, split it, share it. That could potentially open up even more time for you to indulge in your favorite hobby and rekindle the flame. Let's move on to the next one, which is lack of time. This one is very close to that unproductive feeling if you force yourself to play when you cannot. If you've identified you just don't have the time to play, yet you still want to and try to squeeze in some sessions, you might find that this is a struggle all in itself. Like there's no time, you're still feeling productive, you just can't figure out how to squeeze a session in. It's too much, right? You stay up past a certain time and you can't function the next day. You squeeze in a session between responsibilities and now you're late for your responsibilities. God forbid you tried to play a multiplayer game. What were you thinking, right? So let's see what we can do. Try some of these maybe. Let's maybe schedule some sessions. This one worked great for me. All of those years, your parents were right. Who would have thought, hey, Timmy, only play 30 minutes or you get an hour or 2 hours or whatever it may be. They were probably right. So say 1 hour a day, 4 days a week. Getting 4 hours of game per week is better than none. And nowadays, that won't get you far in terms of progress in a game. But hey, if you're playing a Call of Duty campaign, you'll wrap it up in 2 weeks. Additionally, if you're scheduling it out, you should be able to at least map out more or less what you can do in your gaming time. Now, this is not optimal. I personally prefer to just sit down, play that game, and just get out of the game or stand up from my chair whenever I'm done, when I feel satisfied. But this is better than nothing. Also, another thing you could try is find alternative genres. This may or may not help. Maybe shifting towards an alternative genre of game can help you feel like you've maximized your playtime. Say, for instance, you're playing Persona 5 compared to playing Call of Duty multiplayer. You know, to make any sort of progress in Persona 5 might take you a lot longer than maybe playing 4 matches with Call of Duty multiplayer. That's only 40 minutes. This alternative could take some trial and error, but hey, if anybody can make it work, it's you watching this video. The next one is uninterested in games, and this one isn't necessarily linked to being a parent. In fact, I started feeling this way when I was serving the military. Mindlessly scrolling through my library of games but not finding what to play, or playing a game for a few minutes and hopping back out to the main menu and just trying to find another game to play, where I ended up scrolling through the apps on my phone. Regardless of the reason, that uninterested feeling in games is perfectly normal, and it can happen to anybody, not just dads. So let's try these. And there's only really one here. It's take a break. It's okay. You cannot play video games. That's perfectly fine. Having responsibilities, having a family, it's all more important than that. So take care of yourself. I find it easier to sit down and play games when I have a clean house, laundry's done, the yard looks crisp, I don't have any dishes to do, my kids are taken care of, my family's okay. I find myself at ease, personally speaking. So taking a break from games can help you unwind and kind of get you back into the groove of wanting to pick up a new story or jump into another round of multiplayer mayhem. Just give it a shot. Now, the New York Times posted an interesting article back in 2019 and then edited it in 2020. And in the article, they focus on the exact thing I want to highlight throughout this entire video. It's just finding a balance. I believe balance is crucial to being a great parent, spouse, and gamer. Balance is crucial for anything you do. And there's never a one-shoe-fits-all approach. It's a custom approach that only fits your specific needs. So again, this video is not meant to solve your problem, like follow these 4 tips and you'll be happy. But what this video can do is help you identify some struggles, or maybe help you reflect to identify your own struggles and kind of see how some of these struggles have helped other parents become better parents, believe it or not. They have to identify ways to grow. They have to identify ways to fit time in and still be that parent in their kids' life. Just remember, keep your priorities straight and be there no matter what for your kids. Hopefully you find some time to play some more video games with Dad's XP. My name's Paul Rosari. Take it easy. Peace.